Sarlacc Digest, the long-running live stream podcast digesting Star Wars topics for over 1,000 years. Join them for all the latest news, rumors, and theory crafting with none of the drama or the bullshit. Live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube. And don't forget the Sarlacc Toy Chest, covering all the newest Star Wars toy releases and news from Hasbro, Hot Toys, Jakks Pacific, and more. Live every other Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Be there and keep it nerdy.
PlasticNews.com. All the latest from Hollywood. Toys. Gaming. Comics. And anything pop culture. PlasticNews.com. Don't forget the IQ. PlasticNews.com.
He once commented to his friend Ruth that she should make a girl's fashion doll at 1/6 scale. When their 12-inch line of figures stopped selling, he suggested making G.I. Joes at 1/18 scale with a cool backstory and villain. And when their competitor needed a cool toy line, he said, "They're only fighting over Earth. Your guys should be masters of the universe." And make them smaller than old Joes, but bigger than new ones. He is the most important collector in the universe.
I don't always need a grail, but when I do, I go to holygrailtoys.com. Keep hunting, my friend.
You're watching a Syndicate program.
Good evening, everybody. It is another episode of Pixels, Plastic, and Ink. That's right. Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, right here on SKN, the Shadow Nose Network. We appreciate you tuning in. Chet is ready to go. He's boxing. Do you have a UFC fight tomorrow? I know there's a UFC fight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I was just imagining it would be like if all the words you were saying hit so hard.
I know. Maybe like subtitles where they go in and out. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, we have a jam-packed episode for you all tonight. Before we go any further, hit the subscribe, the like, the comment, and replay crew. If you're not with us in the live chat, all good. We'll see you another time. But jam-packed agenda tonight. Oh, yeah, it's the countdown to MOTUNIVERSE He-Man, Skeletor. The movie is around the corner. Amazing toys, action figures also around the corner. Some that's already hit the stores. And we have a special guest. Yes, the man who's at the reins, the captain of the ship that's just around the corner in another weekend or so. So we're going to talk about that and all things He-Man, some box office predictions, plus everyone's favorite segment, that is Pre-Order Mafia, plus lots of other pop culture toys. You know it, you name it. Stay tuned. This is Pixels, Plastic, and Ink. Well, that is right. An amazing convention is on the horizon. And well, we only thought it would be fitting to bring the man that is, I think he represents the Motu universe, not only just convention wise, but all things masters of the universe. So before we get to the chat, let's bring him on, none other than Mega J Retro. How you doing, man? Like that pause? It was like a drama pause.
There's
The
a drama
anticipation.
pause, and my mouse wasn't working, so I couldn't click anything.
The epic pause. I was like,
Exactly.
I had my good face going. I was like,
What's going on?
what's going on, boys?
Hey,
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You've been running the reins, my friend. I saw you this morning. You're here. We've been chatting nonstop. You tired yet, man?
Well, nothing started yet. We're still going. Like this is just crazy. The marathon keeps on rolling, and it's it's really crazy. Well, I'll talk about it a little later, but it really is. I've run a lot of conventions. I've been involved with like Anime North, which is one of the largest anime conventions in North America now. You guys probably have never heard of it. It's Canadian, but I've been involved with that. I've been involved with Fan Expo. They used to be called the Canadian National Exposition. Now they're massive. Like they were bought out by a huge conglomerate, and now they're in Dallas. They're in a whole bunch of different places, and they're even expanding into like international too, which is nuts. That's just absolutely
wow.
right. And I was involved with Wizard World for a little while. That was another lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's one of those things, right? That it always comes with its own few challenges. This one has been quite an interesting roller coaster because I've actually have not done an American convention before, and the landscape is different. The landscape is very, very different. Everything around it, navigating the negotiations and things like that. It's very familiar, but at the same time, it's actually more about what you can and cannot do in California. I was shocked. Every freaking city has its own taxes.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the heck is going on? Every county has its own tax. I was like, what? What do you mean it's a few percent difference here? What do you mean it's a few percent difference there?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so which one do we fall under? And then we had to figure out, does it fall under where the hotel is, or does it fall under where we registered the company? It was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster to figure all that stuff out. But after all that minutia and stuff, then it came down to like running the show, and it has been a learning experience for me, like 100%. It was fun. But yeah, the community though, community is really where it's at. And you guys, we're all about community, right? Like all the toy hunters out there, everybody who's a collector, everybody who's it's plastic crack, man. It's just what it is, right? So we just can't get enough of it. And it's amazing how the community really has stepped up and made this a gathering of fans, together in one place for this property. It's not as big as Star Wars. It's not as like Once Upon a Time though, right? I mean, you alluded to it in the beginning. Once upon a time, it did rival the great Star Wars for a time, but it's crazy how these things go. And now Mattel, they're trying to capture lightning in a bottle twice, because Barbie was a mega sensation across the world, and the way they're going about this one, the billboards, the advertising, the takeovers, everything about this is just larger than life. And I think that's what they're really presenting as masters of the universe. So yeah, I'm excited. It's a great time.
I think people are ready for something new. Not to say that He-Man is new, but we just haven't seen a motion picture in a long, long time. I think there's fatigue with Star Wars. I think there's fatigue with some of these IPs, the Marvel Universe. I mean, they'll make its money. But I think you have a strong IP with tons of characters, an action figure line that has been supported for many years, different renditions and collaborations. And now you have this movie that is coming out that could attract a new audience, plus all the old folks, the people that have been interested in this from the very early beginnings when we were kids and still collecting. I'm curious, Mega, like, any added pressure because you're doing this at a time where this movie's hitting and like there's even more buzz and interest surrounding the IP? Like, anything different? Like, are you feeling that? I mean, it's a good buzz, but I'm just curious because the timing is so right.
You're muted.
It's really funny that you mentioned that, brother, because when we first started this, it was like, oh, we're going to do a celebration. It's going to be the a great gathering of fans and everything like that. And we'll invite Mattel, we'll invite MGM Studio, we'll invite all these guys. But they're never going to answer our phones, right? So we're like, yeah, man, it's just going to be a whole bunch of fans. We're going to gather. It's going to be we were kind of like the idea. It's going to be all our friends coming together. We're going to talk. We're going to have a freaking party, man. That was the mentality. And then, quite literally, and like I said, we kept calling, we kept messaging, we kept like reaching out to the different companies out there who were connected, right? And a lot of them were kind of like, this is one of those things where, again, we were the victims of our own success, right? It was like, yeah, you know what? You're between this convention and this convention. Like IshCon is the weekend right after ours.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of crazy, right? And I've always wanted to go to IshCon, but wouldn't you know it? Freaking this year we decided on just a tiny thing. Like, yeah, we're going to do this first, and yeah, it was one of those things where we're like coming to the finish line, and like a few weeks go by, and then all of a sudden, we get a call, and it's like, yeah, we need a meeting now, right? And we're like, what's going on? One of our guys is telling us, one of the guys, AJ, over He-Mania.com, the one who's pretty much brought a lot of these things and brought them to fruition. He basically said, yeah, finally made a breakthrough. And we were all like, what are you talking about? And he's like, Amazon MGM wants to talk. And we were like, what are you talking about? Right? So we're like, what are you talking about? And it's like, we finally got through, because we've been trying for this whole time, months and months and months, to get anybody on the phone. And he's like, all right, I'm going to have a meeting with them and we're going to talk and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, okay, good luck. Right. And when he came back, and we were all expecting, yeah, they're going to give us a couple of posters. They're going to give us something, they're going to give us displays to put at the show. Right. And we were thinking about that. And when he came back, he completely floored us with everything that now is the cat's out of the bag now. But at the time we were like, oh, we got to keep it all secret. We can't make any announcements until they say it's okay. And, you ask, right, brother, you're asking me, was there any pressure? There was no pressure when we were organizing. But when all of a sudden now with this name attached, now all of a sudden, yeah, there's a heck of a lot of pressure now. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy, because before we could treat it like a fan event, not really think about any ideas on that level. But now it's like, there's a bit of responsibility now, right? It's kind of crazy, because now we are right going to be one of the, like, as far as we've been saying it,
yeah, we
do believe this. We're going to be the largest, fan-run party of the pre-launch event, right? That's organized by fans. We are going to be that largest thing. And now we actually have, a name attached to that. So that's crazy. That is just absolutely bonkers. But we are excited. We're ready, and we're only a week away. So yeah, we better get on it, right? So that's really what it boils down to for us.
Yeah, and if there's the buzz that you've been getting, there are already plans in your mind for the second year, where you're like, look, I've gotten to the first year, but you know what? I know this is getting to the milestone. So now what's the, like, I'm already thinking about year 2, year 3, is that already focusing in your mind, brother?
So I used to be that guy. Uh-huh. I used to be the guy who would be planning 2, 3, 4 years ahead. You know what I mean? I used to be that guy. And it's interesting seeing Mike and the guys who've never done this before. Mm-hmm. It's interesting seeing them go through that stage. You know what I mean? But now I'm the guy who's literally like, okay, wait, slow down, hold on, relax. Right? Let's get past the first one before we go to the second one and the third one and the fourth one. But I love the enthusiasm. I love the hustle. I love all the things that bring this together. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But let's get past the first one and then let's see what happens in the second one, right? That's the thing. But I'm not saying I don't have no ideas. I got ideas. I got ideas. I got plans, bro. I got plans.
Yeah.
But if I can execute on those things, that's the difference, right? But one step at a time. Right now, my biggest focus right now is to have a good show, to just make everybody who's a Master Universe fan, who's an '80s cartoon fan, because we're not just really we're not just celebrating Master Universe. We're celebrating all
Yeah.
'80s cartoon properties, right? And the other thing is we have a huge independent corner, right? Like Odd Frog Entertainment, like you guys, the Shadow Nose Network, Mad Hatter Toys, El Dragoon,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Spiro, Meta Travelers, and Savage Crucible. These are becoming big properties in and of themselves in the fandom, right? And we want to highlight every single one of those guys. Unfortunately, not everybody gets a chance to speak on a panel, but at the end of the day, this is going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be great, right? And we're basically fans gathering to learn and come and enjoy the fruits of a property which really has spanned so long, has survived so many different adversities and things like that. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. And let's see what happens, man. Like this. But if there was any year to celebrate Master Universe, it was this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Good timing.
And I know you've got Alan Oppenheimer, and I've been getting hit back through my DMs all day about this. How incredibly, I think, fortunate does fans really realize that they've got an opportunity to sit there and actually talk to voices like this, because that, and I also saw She-Ra, the voice of She-Ra. Is that like a rarity at conventions? Did you guys have to jump through any extra hoops, or did they just love the vibe so much they say, you know what, I'm just going to show up to this one?
So it's an interesting thing with guests, right? I've done like, so I'm from Canada, obviously. I'm not American, and for me, dealing with guests has always been a bit of a love and hate relationship, mostly because the costs associated with me bringing guests to Canada is absorbent. It's freaking absorbent, right? It takes up a lot of resources. And one of the reasons why we decided it's really important to do it in California is because everybody's here, right? Everybody is in California, right? We're like, logistically, it just makes sense. You fly them from Northern California, it's going to be a lot cheaper than flying them from California all the way to Canada.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's just like you're not making any money at that point, right? And we need money to do the next year. Talking about
obviously
the next year, right? But I mean, when it came down to it, Mike, who's the real, let's put it out there, guys. Really, if it wasn't for Mike Gordon, right, the attorney and royalty himself, right? If it wasn't for Mike, the reality is this would not have happened, right? Because he is the one who really came, and basically we were talking on the Attorney of Four podcast with AJ and Shane, and right before the show and right after the show, he was like, I just want a Master Universe convention to come back to California. I was like, well, what's stopping everybody? Why don't you guys do it? And he was like, I want it, but I don't know what I'm doing, right? So long story long, I basically said, okay, I can help you, and one thing led to another, and here we are. But in terms of guests, Mike's dream was always to have Alan and then Melendi at his show, and he's like, these are the two I absolutely have to have. And I was like, okay, Melendi was just at San Diego, so like she's already had, and she's very popular now. This last year was She-Ra's 40th anniversary, right?
Yeah.
So she's already done the concert, right? She did the concert circuit for sure. Like cons were inviting her left, right, and center, right? So I was like, all right, that's going to be a cost, and we weren't even sure if Alan was going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I don't think you understand. Alan is 90. He literally celebrated his 90th birthday like earlier this month.
Yeah.
Right. So I was looking, I was like, what's it going to take to get these guys out here? Right. So I didn't know how to contact them. Like I usually go through other booking agencies, but they were like Alan's not listed anywhere. It's crazy. Like like I didn't have any idea, so I left it to the rest of the team to figure that one out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I was approaching other guests from the fandom, you know, like Joshua Sky, right, the writer of the mini comics. I approached some of our team knew some of the people who worked on the 1987 movie. We were able to fortunately get Bill Stout. You know what I mean? Legend in the comic book field, right? He worked with Mobius. He's worked with so many different, wonderful creators, right? So we are truly blessed to have someone like him.
Yeah.
Anthony DeLongis. I mean, like, again, Blade, freaking Blade, right? And the thing is that, as I said earlier, all of this came from the community. It was one of these great things where in California, if you build it, they will come, and they came. Everybody in California came and freaking like they stepped up, right? Like you Californian kids, you freaking stepped up, man. Like that was definitely what it was. Like East Coast, West Coast, it's like it never happened, right? It's like the lines are blurred. But yeah, and then there was, but circling back to Melendi and Alan, yeah, basically, we found out who their agents were, and yeah, it was a bit of a tough back and forth, but we finally secured them, and we are so blessed, right? So blessed to be able to get these two living legends, really. Alan, it's amazing that we got him. I mean, like I said, he doesn't do many conventions at all anymore, right? So it was incredible to be able to get him involved, and a little bit of serendipity, right? Jumping ahead a little bit, Amazon is bringing the Bone Throne. So
that's awesome.
Now we're thinking, and it just kind of dawned on us. It's like, wait a second, is this an opportunity to have the voice of Skeletor sitting on his freaking Bone Throne that came from that cartoon? The cartoon comes that Bone Throne comes from the cartoon, guys.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's that. This is like, again, it's Kismet, right? It's freaking destiny coming together. It's crazy. I don't want to say it like that, whatever, but it just it's hard not to think that, in those terms, because it's like, what is going on? Like that's what we like. There are points where when things start falling into place, what the hell's going on? We just don't. It's like, how is this possible? Like this is our first year. This is our first year, and these things are happening. Like we are not oblivious to the idea that this should not happen.
True.
We are not oblivious to that.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, the surprising thing was, like, again, Amazon going in real deep on the first year convention, but to order to bring a movie prop, that in itself is just an amazing feat, and then to allow people to be able to sit on it, take photos with it. Again, man, I don't know what magic you're working over there, brother, but every time, all the time, we'll always be working with you on that one, man, because that was pure peak, man. I know people are going to be excited. There's also a couple other things. Again, we were looking at, there's going to be a life-size version of He-Man that people can take pictures with. Like, wow.
That's awesome.
You can take a selfie with He-Man. If you, Chad, if you want to go to events, right? And again, join the biggest pre-launch party at MOTUNIVERSE, powered by He-Mania. And there they are. Like we announced this throughout the week. You can sit on the Bone Throne, right? You can snap a selfie with He-Man, or you can face off with Skeletor. Like, just absolutely crazy. We want to give a huge shout out to Amazon MGM Studios for trusting us and believing in this convention. And of course, we got to give a huge shout out to He-Mania.com for bringing this all together. Like, this has been an absolute we're still pinching ourselves. We just can't believe that this is actually happening. Right?
Yeah, and especially, like, you've got Spiro, which we stated earlier, that's popping in, and that's big. And I've actually never been able to see the Meta Travelers before, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of these really nice independent companies that we see all over, mostly on the East Coast. But when they can get them here, like, wow, that's just a heck of a feat, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was talking to Savage Crucible, Rob over there, and he literally said, "God, I wish I could be in a West Coast convention, but it's WonderCon is expensive. San Diego Comic Con, everybody's expensive. You know what I mean? So, when I was just like, you should come to our convention. He's like, I wish I could, but it's the same weekend as IshCon. I was like, no, it's not. He didn't realize that, right? And once he
One week before,
once he found out, he was like, oh my god, I got to make this work, right? So it was like, I'm really grateful to Rob for making that happen. I mean, we want everybody to be able to enjoy these toys. You know what I mean? And, he's bringing some toys which a lot of people missed because again, they're like convention exclusives and stuff. So now's the chance. He just I don't know if you guys saw it, but they just posted a confirmation that of the figures they're going to be bringing on their Instagram. So it's going to be amazing, right? And we're blessed again to have any of these indie creators come to the show. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
what about you want to talk? I know you've been talking a little bit about the cosplay. What's the deal behind that? How's that shaping up?
Yeah, actually, if you so Chad, if you want, so basically the Masters cosplay competition we just announced it. So if you head over to our Instagram page, Chad, I'll show you something really cool. We just dropped this, and this is pretty much going to be the first place we're going to talk about it tonight. It's Instagram.com/Motu_con, I think. MOTUNIVERSE _con. That should be it.
Yeah, normally Mega we would have Steve do this, but
it's MOTUNIVERSE _con.
I believe it's MOTUNIVERSE _con, but
all right,
we'll just double check.
Yep,
it is.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, so if you see it right there, if you click on the fourth image, so announcing it right now, we are giving away up to $500 in cash prizes in the cosplay contest, the Masters of the Masters of Cosplay. Nice. So it's open to anyone who wants to come and cosplay. Give us your best performance. Come dressed as whatever you'd like. Where of course we don't discriminate. But you never know. Maybe a He-Man costume or a She-Ra costume or something might sway the judges. You just never know, right?
Yeah.
So we have for many of the contestants, they're just going to get a prize right away, right? We want to give a lot of prizes away at this show, donated by many different wonderful individuals in the community, including Mr. Home Arcade, Motu Life on Instagram. A lot of guys have been stepping forward and they just want to celebrate, right? But the finalists, the best of the three, the best three cosplay, will be taking home some cash. Right. Third place will take home $100 USD. Okay. Right. Second place will take home $150 USD, and first place will take home $250 cash. So guys, to dust off that cosplay, man, make some adjustments to it, whatever you need to do, let it out, stitch it in, whatever you do that's fitting that damn thing. Yep. You bring it to MOTUNIVERSE and you could win some cash, and you might win some prizes. I mean, that's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So we announced that literally just before I came on the show. So
all right. Awesome. Well, we got some also just from that too. The panels is going on. What I know, obviously they're celebrating for She-Ra's birthday because you guys didn't really kind of get to the anniversary. So we got it. You said a cake's coming, right?
So I'm getting in trouble a lot by saying we've got She-Ra's cake. I'm getting in a lot of trouble for that. Like people are like, do you know what you're saying, Jay? I'm like, why? What did I say? What did I say? Right? I said we got She-Ra's cake. She-Ra's got cake, and She-Ra's got a lot of cake. And then people are like, Jay, you're too fucking old, right? You got.
I mean, that sounds like a T-shirt I'm gonna make before the Comic-Con, the convention. So
apparently, I am not up with the lingo of these kids, man.
Yeah.
I had to look it up on Urban Dictionary. I'm like, oh, is that what that means? God dang! Holy crap! Like, okay, and we got a birthday cake. How's that? Is that better?
But you were still not wrong.
Yeah.
She definitely has cake. Not gonna lie. Baby's got back. But we are celebrating the Princess Power from 1985 to 2026. It's going to be a great celebration. I'm going to be leading the charge. You guys, some people got a sneak peek at this at Fangea. So it was a lot of fun. So yeah, really excited about that. And we're celebrating the He-Man and the Master Universe video games. I bet you didn't know there were more than one.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah, there are some horrible video games. Absolutely terrible. Master Universe games, just absolutely stupid. But they're great. They're still memories in people's heads, and we want to celebrate them all, from the good, the bad, and the absolutely terrible. Freaking NFT games, man! Like my God, NFT games. But we had a glimmer of hope this year. The Dragon Pearl of Destruction gave us, whetted our appetite for another beautiful beat 'em up featuring the Master Universe, and they delayed it. And we actually got this close to getting it at the show.
Oh.
So close, boys.
Yeah.
So close. And then they said, yeah, we can't do it. And we're like, come on, you had it at PAX. You had it all. And they're like, yeah, we can't. It was like, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
it does happen every now and then. The best laid plans, which I'm sure there's. Believe me, I'm probably sure somebody's going to bring some kind of old system, hook it up to a TV, and it just plays something out of the blue. So,
and there are other exciting events happening. I mean, Anthony DeLongis, the Blade, he's going to be doing a weapons demonstration. So he's going to teach you how to. He's going to teach people how to properly use a sword. He's going to do his best Indiana Jones. He's going to crack a real bullwhip.
Wow.
So yeah, that's going to be crazy. So if you want to hear what breaking the sound barrier sounds like, you got to go see Anthony DeLongis thing, right? Because he's quite the master at it. So
wow, that's even better. San Diego Comic-Con doesn't have that. Normally they have sword playing, but that's with regular people showing up. And so it's nice the professional that's teaching somebody how to do that. So,
oh yeah. It's this is no LARPing. This ain't no LARP session. This is
exactly
a real deal.
Yeah, I love that, man. Now here's the thing that I know we've been talking about. We've been all over the place with it. Is about Toy Hunter and integration with Motu Universe.
Very exciting.
And I know you came up with some plans. We were at Toy Atlanta. We were talking about some things, and you really kind of took the forefront on that. How important is it to have technology with these events, and how you think it makes the experience a little bit better for the actual con goer?
Yeah. So when the Shadow News Network came out to just explain what was going on, Alex pulled me over, and he's kind of like, I got this thing going, and it's top secret, and nobody knows about it, and we're gonna take over the world. I was like, okay, sure, and then he actually told me what it was, and I was like, holy crap, that's crazy. And then I think everybody, if you're a collector, I mean, my whole thing about my channel started with toy hunting. All right, that was my whole thing. That was my whole shtick, right? So I can't tell you how many times. I can tell you right now. I have 10 He-Man figure number one. You know what? I got them all. Why? Because I keep thinking, I got that right. I better just get it, just in case. Right? And I was like, yeah. I got home, and I'm like, God damn it, I have 5 of these now. So, whatever, man. And I just tossed it aside. It's good. It's a good trade bait, right? At the end of the day, but that's $60 that could have gone to more toys, right? Sure. So when I heard about what you guys are doing and what potentially this can do, it blew me away. And I was like, you can catalog your collection. B, you can use it while you're walking around and trying to make sure you're not doubling up your collection or what have you. And 3, you can check prices on this thing. That is like some powerful. Those are some powerful options for collectors, right? So sometimes you walk into a comic book store and you see the Grail you've always wanted. You know what I mean? It's like Wondar. You see Wonder Bread He-Man, right? And you're like, oh my God, that is so freaking cool. And the guy wants $7,000 for it. You're like, what the? Like, is that a good price? Yeah. So now you can just bring up Toy Hunter on your app and just say, what is the going rate for a Wondar right now? And all of a sudden, boom. You are educated. The power is there, right? The something which never actually is there is, right?
There is.
I wasn't too far off, right?
Let's see what it says. How much, if this is worth it or not? Yeah.
Look at that, right? And then there's a comparison chart. There's a price advisor. Like that is crazy, right? This says, and you click it and says, "Don't freaking buy that, you idiot." That's
it tells you it's too high. While the Wonder Bread He-Man is rare, the asking price is significantly above typical market values.
Exactly.
So
So,
real time feedback.
do not be fooled, because Flipboard likes these things. This is the app which is the Flipboard, bane of Flipboard's existence. This guy, okay, hold on for a second, Chet.
Oh,
This guy is everywhere. Have you seen it? Like, his signature is on everything. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy's.
I haven't.
yeah. Who is this dude? Who's this
Dude,
guy?
This is the guy. If you want to see anything vintage, this guy has that sticker right there, that Ryu, whatever the heck it is. Yeah, he's
Wow.
he freaking milks it, man. He milks it hard.
And I like it's just like simple. Like it's not no crazy logo. It's just like his name in Sharpie. Like he's just like, I just got the collection. I don't need any fancy extravaganza.
Yeah.
But,
it's really like what Toy Hunter brings to the game is something new. It's a different way of collecting, right? It gives you the knowledge that you need to stay savvy in the market, right?
Absolutely.
Are you getting a good deal? Are you not getting a good deal? Are you getting hosed, right? These are the things you need to know as a collector, because again, it's the difference between going at home and getting inside the bed or sleeping on the couch. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Big freaking difference. It can save your marriage. Let's just be freaking honest with that.
Yeah.
So that's your new slogan, okay? Like download the Toy Hunter app, save your marriage.
Save your marriage, yeah.
And we really appreciate the takeover that's happening with the app. So any organizers out there, this is a huge thing for us at MOTUNIVERSE. We are partnering with toyhunter.com to really promote and help facilitate everything that's going on in the convention. All the information for the guests, a lot of the information about panels are being updated on a daily basis, which is another thing, right? The access that Toy Hunter has been able to provide for organizers like ourselves, has been invaluable, right? Like being able just to call up support, i.e. Chet, and just say, "Hey, Chet, we need this update now." He's like, "Okay, it's done." And wow, holy crap!
Yeah,
crazy, right? Sent him the map the other day for and he's like, "All right, is it done?" I'm like, "Not yet." And he's like, "Okay, soon." Get it up, we're like, yeah, don't worry. But it's changed the damn map, you know what I mean? Like even now we're still selling tables. It's crazy. Right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's the power of this app is nuts.
I mean, look at it. You have there's so many people like that have checked into the convention already that are, I mean, this just keeps you just keep scrolling like,
yeah.
So this is real time. This is everybody that signed up for MOTUNIVERSE. Everybody that's interested in going, they're going. You can see hunters are saving people. They're saving, panelists. They're saving things. And like Mega said, we are updating this once we can validate 100% that it is going to happen, because we don't want to throw stuff in the app and then get people's hopes up and it not happen. So that's part of the reason why the web page is loading. There's been questions about why this is a web page, but it's because this is the most updated. So we're updating all of this stuff. The schedule will be updated once we know what's happening for the days. So yeah, just jump in. And then when it gets closer to the event, there'll be a check-in. And if you're near the event, you check in, it'll unlock a specific Motu badge that we're still designing. And then also with the scavenger hunt, which we announced, when you complete that also unlocks its own specific badge. So you'll have the ability to get in and see the badges that you have. And so you can go into here. And as an example, we have the SoCal Joe show. We partnered with them. This was the badge you got from there. Toylanta had a badge. So yeah, a lot of Target Hunter. That's a hard one to find. So good luck on that. But yeah, a lot going on there. And then you could see your levels. So as you're collecting, you can kind of see where you're at. And if you get down to Grail Hunter, you unlock something even crazier inside the app. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And again, man, it's just it's great that it's going to be actually featured at MOTUVERSE. Everybody can learn from one another. You get the metrics from it. I think that always helps when we're trying to build out conventions, see what's the new conventions. One thing too is that Radar, it's not just Motu, but like again, you said IshCon's the next week. you could find different conventions in your area with the radar part of Toy Hunter. And if you're, I hear people all the time like, hey man, I missed out on this convention. I don't know where to go to look. That's what makes radar so important. You can always do that and miss that. So, give them credit where credit's due, man. The thought I thought that thought that it went into, running that with the convention scavenger idea, which is good for vendors because it is hard for people to get around the convention. Certain people stay in certain areas. This is going to force you to walk around that convention, explore areas, and meet new vendors and meet new artists and meet new, writers, whoever's at the convention that you probably would have just stayed in one area for. So I think that's very good. I think other conventions should adapt that too, Megan.
Well, this is not like nothing's created in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
Like when Alex first approached me and said, we got this app, we'd love to work with you. I was like, the first thing I said was, well, I'd love to do a scavenger hunt, right?
Yeah.
And that like immediately, that's like Alex was like, wait, what? That's a great idea. And you know what? He got together with Chet and they started banging it. I was shocked that, out of a side conversation, it's just an offhanded mention. All of a sudden, the next day, he's like, we can do it. And I'm like, do what? It's like, we can do a scavenger. I was like, get out of town. He's like, yeah, I can do it. And I was like, holy crap. And, the possibilities were endless. Imagine what the next organizer of a convention will be able to give a suggestion to and how the Toy Hunter app will grow. But yeah, guys, I suggest that everybody who, not only if you're attending MOTUNIVERSE or anything like that, but this is a great app which can definitely help you with your collection. It can definitely help you with, keeping your budget down, comparing prices, just the historically, and of course checking in and onboarding with different events that are in your local area, right? So definitely, I'm looking forward to having Toy Hunter at the show, and of course, huge shout out once again to Shadow Nose Network for helping with that. I got a jet though, guys. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking the time, man.
But you guys, honestly, like seriously, it's going to be great to see you guys there. Not too long now. It's only going to be a week, right? So tickets are still available on MOTUNIVERSECon.com. I hope to see all of you guys there, and come say hi. I mean, I don't bite unless you really want me to. But it is what it is. So, guys, thank you again for having me. It's been
great.
Mega,
Pleasure having you on, man.
Mega.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. And
We'll
I'm
see
sure
you
you'll be on more as we get closer and closer.
Anytime.
Also,
I'm running to one thing, I'm running to another. It's
there you go.
chaos, right? But
we'll try to get some rest, Megan. You're working too hard, man.
I wouldn't miss being invited to the Shadow Node Network. What's it called? Literally, the network. To put together. It's crazy. It's great.
Yeah, you have a home whenever you want it, my friend.
Thank
so
you guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Good night.
Later.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mega J Retro. So, like I said, it's cool to have him in. We've got some things to run tonight. Like I said, hey, we ran a little over because look, you just don't get that kind of access to a convention. But let's break it down like we normally do. Let's get back into the Pixel Plastic Ink insanity that we do tonight. We've already talked about the Motu universe. So what we're gonna run down is we got a new segment on. We're gonna first time premiere it tonight. Box office predictions. It's a new segment. We're going to talk about Masters of the Universe, the movie that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. From there, we got some pre-order mafia. We got Club Grayskull, first time that's been on the show. So we got something new that we're going to break down in that. We've got some Hiya Toys, 2 entries from that. Boss Flight Studios has something very interesting for customizers. Upcoming Marvel Legends fan stream that's popping off on Monday. And we got plastic news on SKN. Got a special announcement about plastic news and SKN. And then Smells Like Toys. There's something's going to be different about this. Got to drink them all. We're going to see that. Rocket Fuel Alcohol. Then we're going to talk about the Syndicate Network and Discord upcoming events. Toy Hunter preview of Saturday's After Action Figure Report on Blitz Transmission. Talk about the Energon War Room on Saturday as well, right here on Shadowless Network. It's Chad. And then a preview of Monday's Sarlacc Toy Chest that's on the Sarlacc Digest podcast channel. So let's roll in. Let me make sure. Let's get to, we've already talked about this. So let's run the segment, Box Office Predictions. go. Tonight, now box office prediction. First time we're running this tonight, so here's the best part about it. Chances are we'll be shape everything we do after this. But box office prediction with the 4 guys on the panel, we're gonna say what do we believe that the first week, because if you've been reading the kind of things that's been going on, a lot of people are unsure what Motu is gonna do. There's some people saying it's gonna run 45 to 50. There's some people saying 25 or something. But since we're on the pulse of pop culture here on the Shadow Nose Network, we're gonna actually hit it ourselves. So I'm gonna start with Dr. Brentley. Dr. Brentley, what do you think the first week box office predictions for Masters of the Universe is going to be?
Well, I think it's actually going to be on the higher end of what they're predicting.
Okay.
Which the prediction is like 25 to 35, but I think it's actually going to be more towards like 35, 40 to maybe even 45, depending on how good the reviews are. I think people are underestimating this.
Yeah.
But we will see. It seems like it might be a tough summer. But it also depends on how Mando and Grogu does, because if that doesn't do well, people will be looking for something, in this sort of fantasy sci-fi box. So, that's my prediction.
Okay, all right. And Mr. Maddox, what do you think it's going to do week 1?
Yeah, look, I think like week 1, I'm in the 45 to 50.
Okay.
I think there's been such tension, and I think that there's Motu has a very, very strong base of collectors from toys. I think a lot of people that are in our age range and maybe a little bit younger have like an affinity for it.
Okay.
And to be honest, and we talked about this when we were over with Mega J, Mad Hatter. The way that they're bringing a toy into a reality without it looking cheesy is impressive. And I think that when people get in and they see that and they see the actual usage of correct CGI versus like practical effects, I think it's going to shoot. So I'm going for 45 to 50 is my guess.
Okay. Rad, what's your thoughts?
Well, as I said off air, I think it'll do better than the original movie. So I'll leave it at that. Just kidding. I think it'll be closer to 35 million. I think it'll be a little bit soft. I want it to crush. I want it to do 50 plus.
Okay.
I think there's just heavy competition. And I think running up against some of the big blockbusters, as you said, Dr. Brantley, Grogu, Mandalorian, I think it shares a very similar audience in some degree, and people just can't shell out the big bucks to watch all these films. And I think people know Toy Story's around the corner, so I think it's gonna hurt it a bit. Obviously, Mortal Kombat just came out. There's just a lot. It's condensed with a lot of stuff, so I think people's pocketbooks are gonna hurt this. But I do think the second week, if the reviews go well, it could follow up with like a $20 million second weekend if people catch on. Like, oh God, I got to see this. It's actually good. So I think there's a little doubts of what this is, but I think, in my opinion, it's going to be a good film. I hope it's amazing, but I think that's where it's going to land, about 35 million.
What about you?
I'm thinking right around the 35 to 45, in between there. I think it's because of the fact is that Mando and Grogu is coming out the week before, and I've got some inside track on that. I think it will bump up Masters of the Universe. So, I think the next 3 weeks are going to be probably some of the hardest in the battle of the entire summer. But I think that whoever is running Sony at this moment looks like an absolute genius for having Brand New Day a little further down. And it says, I love the look of the characters. They look like the cartoon counterparts. I think the movie will do better than projected. I absolutely believe, Tom. I think so too, as well. It says, I think He-Man will make more than Super. Oh, yes, Justin. That's not a hard one right there. It's definitely going to make that. 60s calling it now. Okay.
Remember, will it break the Jared Leto curse?
I think it will.
That is the issue.
Yeah.
Will it break the Leto curse?
I think because I think he probably knows after Tron Ares And I'm sure while he was shooting Tron Ares, he was hearing a lot of the back chatter on him. So I think they kept him in check. Ted Knight knows how to direct films, so I think that he is going to break this curse. But it's more because of the fact that he's probably not going to be used as much.
Oh,
Araga, all right, for $19. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate
Want to
it,
show
brother.
my support for you all and just say thank you for sharing the Motu universe with us. Happy Friday. Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
appreciate you, Danny.
that.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. So that's where I kind of think it. But yeah, I it looks on when it came to the trailer, it's one of those great trailers they did that hyped you up, even if you didn't know who He-Man was and had no idea of his 40 years. It didn't seem like you had to be a Motu fan in order to go to the theater. It's inviting people that's probably never watched the franchise. And I think that's extremely smart by the filmmakers.
Yeah.
So, So all right. Well, that's a pretty good first segment. We will start keep updating this every now and then. It's not going to be every week, but we'll keep popping. But this summer, maybe a summer that's box office predictions here. But you know what? Hey, man, you guys have waited. You guys have done great. We'll just enjoy everybody coming in. Thank everybody for rolling in. But it's time for our favorite segment. It's time for Pre-Order Mafia.
Leave the McFarlane. Take the Mezco.
Well, we've gotten a lot of it out of the way, and everybody waits for this, including myself. It's my favorite thing on Fridays. Pre-Order Mafia. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for kicking it with us on a Friday. You could be doing something else, but you're hanging out here, and so we appreciate that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow all the craziness. But you're here for Pre-Order Mafia. If you don't know what it is our 3-tier rating system, and that is important because it's how we feel, right? It's what we think versus what is factual, which a lot of times we're right. So there's that. But Pre-Order Mafia is a 3-tiered system. It's a made figure, meaning that this is a figure that exists and it should exist in your house. And because of that, you should pre-order it and don't worry about what the cost is. Our forget about it section is something that could theoretically live in the made figure. It's just that it's not something we collect or something you collect, and we get why people would buy it. So go get it. We also a few of the ones that hit this are the ones that we try to wait for the long game for the Roscons, things like that. But they're still a strong figure. It's just not our bag. And then number 3, well, it sleeps with the fishes, meaning we're not really sure what's going on, but it's a figure and someone wasted plastic to make it. And now Super 7 was dominating that. We say this every week. Toddy Mac jumped back in and said, "Hold my beer." And so, unfortunately, he's dominating again. You heard it in the beginning. We didn't say it. That's actually from the movie. So, occasionally we got a bigger one. Sometimes worse, sometimes better. But that's Pre-Order Mafia. I'm excited about it. You're excited about it. Rad's excited about it. Dr. Brenly, Dr. Brenly, he kind of gets excited sometimes. Mr. Alexander Thunderous Storm, I will throw it back to you to get us going on this Pre-Order Mafia evening.
Absolutely. Before we go in, this is Alexander. What is the song from this morning's intro? That's Good, and that is actually a song for us. Actually, we pay a license for that song, so it is there. So
there's fees associated with that.
You don't get stuff like that for free. But we will definitely, at one point, maybe we should do a good like video or something for a Good Morning Toy Box, and we'll just do some. We'll work on that. We'll do something just for that because a lot of people have been asking about the song where we can put in an app or like do ringtones and everything else like that. But maybe we'll do an actual Good Morning Toy Box video with the song or something. So we'll take it back to the old school MTV days. Let's roll it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We got it right here. First time ever on Pre-Order Mafia. Motu Club Grayskull pre-order. And this is for Extendor. And actually looked at Radador or whatever he put out his name today. He's in that Motu fill and everything. This is actually, if anybody hasn't, Club Grayskull is kind of like more of the Hasbro Pulse membership but basically they give you drops and everything that comes out, and you get a chance to get on it first. So it's Mattel's version of Hasbro Pulse's membership, and they've been kind of going back and forth with. There's a lot of perks for the Hasbro Pulse thing, and there's some really good perks for the Club Grayskull. But this figure right here, this is taking it back old school, guys. Pre-order date is going to be May the 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you are a Club Grayskull member. So what's your first initial thoughts, guys? Let's go with Dr. Brentley.
Well, Expandor seems like it is in Mad Hatter's line of figures.
Yeah.
It sounds like, oh yeah, that's a collector that's let himself go. But I'd say this may be a forget about it. I'm not really into it, but
Okay.
if you are, great.
Be Darth Butcher says made. Rad, what's your thoughts on it? You were big into the Masters of the Universe when you were younger, right?
Yeah, this is I think this is Sleeping with the Fish Whores.
Okay.
Is the look, man, I like that they've redone these things to be the retro cards and the expanded line, but like, man, the originals are the originals, and I'm more into like the newer generation of Masters of the Universe figures, and obviously the Mondos that are on their way. So I'm not sure about these ones here, and I think they belong at the bottom of the ocean.
All right, Mr. Maddox.
Well, I'm just gonna read Commander Bly. I don't like it, so I don't want anyone else to have it.
Seems like cinema, but actually,
yeah. No, I mean it's cool. I know Moocher gets these all the time, so
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my thing. I am actually on a path of like original Motu now, so I don't.
Okay.
This is not a sleep with the fishes for me though. This is a forget about it, but it's if it doesn't watch what it says, it could jump over and be with the fishes. So
yeah. I will say that same thing. It's a forget about it for me. Look, I love some of the original Motus, but some of the other way out characters. But I dig it though, man. I'm glad that there's certain people out there that actually are not going to go for vintage, and they've got these kind of options. So great job for that too, man. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. Next one is Hiya Toys. Hiya Toys has been tearing G.I. Joe up lately, man, and the classified better start paying some attention because these guys are doing some really good detail, and everybody's worried about Lenny and Tony leaving the classified team. Well, like I said, Hiya's got a pretty good team, and they're making things. We've been seeing a little bit of the Tiger Force, and now they've actually gotten into the Python Patrol. But this is the Cobra Viper for that. It's priced at $29.99, available currently. Release date will be the second quarter of 2027. Hey, same time Toys said he loves his figure. Look at all their weapons and accessories and everything. And this is in the 3 3/4 kind of stylings. I think it's about 4 inches technically. But, this is pretty good, man. I love the look. I love the posability on these photos, man. So for me, it's a made figure. But we will jump into Rad. What's your thoughts?
Man, we showed the other one from last week. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a made figure. They've done such a great job. And I know, like, going off the Hasbro realm into this and the size and all that, but man, the detail, I think the paint, all of it looks really great. So I think it's a made. Kudos to Hiya, man. I think you continue with this line, man, you're going to really earn the business of a lot of Joe collectors.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Maddox, your thoughts?
yeah, I mean every Hiya Joe figure for me always ends up being a made figure. These are great. I know sublines. Yeah, I get why you wouldn't get them. But like even if I didn't I don't really collect sublines, but it doesn't matter. This would still be a made figure because of the scale and how well they're done. Like if Hasbro was to have stuck with doing the 3 1/4 figure, I feel like this is where we would have been. But Hasbro's just kind of letting Hiya do it, and they're knocking it out of the park. So why would they use their money? And this is great. My only issue, I say it every time, is that when you order it, it's almost worse than Mezco. So
Yeah.
but
Well, it is international too, so that's a little bit of a, they're not allowed to be in this region.
Well,
So,
that's the issue is they're almost worse than Mezco, and Mezco's not international. So figure that out.
Has Haya done any Joe vehicles yet?
no, none yet. I don't know if they can do Joe vehicles if the license allows them to do
I
that.
would love to see it. I mean, the stuff that they've done in the past with certain lines, man, it'd be great to see someone else attempt.
Yeah, true. Dr. Brentley, your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a made figure. It looks great, and it doesn't scream GI Joe to me either. So this will fit in with any other line of, like Action Force or anything like that.
Great thoughts.
Yeah, looks great.
All right. Well, that's 4 for this one. Nice starting off all right and everything. Let's go to the next one. This is another entry for Haya because they're doing so weak. They've got the Super Series Creed 2, the Adonis Creed. And look, when I saw the character, I thought face-wise they've got him right, but this is the one thing where Haya, I think, kind of, I don't know if it's on purpose messed up, but this is not Michael B. Jordan's complexion. I think the character is a little too dark, and it's killing it. Now, it could be due to the photos. It might be something I need to see in person, but I'm seeing a shot of it in an all-white background and black background. It face-wise, the sculpture looks like him. It wasn't as good as the Apollo Creed that we saw last week, but something's off with his tone, on his skin tone. It just doesn't work for Michael B. Jordan. But I like all the accessories and everything else it comes with. Haya does a really good job. This is priced at $116.99. It is currently available over a place like Big Bad Toy Store and actually HayaToys.com. Release date is going to be fourth quarter of this year, 2026. Dr. Brentley, your thoughts on Adonis Creed from Creed 2?
I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
Like everything from like the black and white shorts, it's like I don't know, something does look off about this, and you're right, it is way too dark for his skin color. But that's not the only thing. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's those bright red socks that look terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something looks wrong about it. I don't know that it's Sleeping with the Fishes. It's not that bad, but it's a forget about it.
Okay. All right. And also TD3, what's up, brother? Let's go. Mr. Maddox, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's forget about it. I'm sad about it too because the other ones were so good. So that's a forget about it. It's gonna be if you get it, it'll work, but it's just not. Yeah, it's just not my tea. So
okay. And Rad, your thoughts, sir?
I think that main photo is AI. I don't think that's the head sculpt. Like, because I'm looking at that other photo.
Yeah.
So this one's at the bottom with the fishes and the AI slop down at the bottom of the water. Because I don't think that's the real head sculpt. It doesn't look like it. Look on the right. Look at the head sculpt that they have. I think they maybe messed up and they put like, I don't know. I can't tell, but this is definitely drown this figure with the rest of the McFarlanes. But this one is bad, Haya.
I think that's a first for Haya. I think they've never had a.
It doesn't. I don't think it's real. Like I'd be surprised if that's the real head sculpt.
Well, here
to the left.
Well, let's take a look. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Because the photo on the right is completely different.
Yeah,
and when I see prototype shown, I'm a little worried.
I will say the skin tone, saying this as a person of color, I can get away with this a little bit more. Yeah, they did not get this right. This is the first time. Apollo Creed that I saw last week was fantastic, but somehow they just didn't pull this off. I don't know what happened or what they were going for this one.
Look at that. Look at that head sculpt, man. Wait, go back. What in the hell is that? See? Something's off, man. I want to actually see it's in the bottom of the ocean until I see the real deal.
Yeah, well, like I said again, it comes with several different heads too, so I think they might switch it. But something about it just doesn't. This was a little bit of a disappointment, and I don't know why they went with the black and white version.
Yeah,
because I don't remember. I remember in the third movie he had that whole sequence, but I don't remember that from the second one. So again, hey, Haya, this is one where look, I think every company needs to get taken down a little bit in order to get better, man. And I we're hoping that this is one of those things. But this out of the Rocky and the Creed and all the other things they've been doing up to this point, they had all been fantastic. This one was just, it didn't work. So this one does go to the bottom of the ocean, guys. So, we're hitting on that one. We will jump on this. Here's something that's interesting and piqued your curiosity. We're always talking about customization and customizers. Well, Boss Flight decided to take that in their own hands. They got a 1/18 customizer bundle. It comes with, you got one cloud white male buck, one cloud white female buck. It comes with Wave 1 mini kit, Wave 2 mini kit, 6 multiple heads, 3 female heads, 5 hair pieces, 2 secondaries, and 2 ball joints. This is priced at $29.99 for 2 figures and a bunch of accessories, which I think that's actually pretty good. It is currently available. Now, this is before Lenny and Tony added to the team, but I do think this is a good way to get into customization if you're into that, man. So for me, this is a made pack, man, because I don't see any other company kind of doing this.
Yeah, this is great, especially the price.
Yeah,
this is awesome. No, it's definitely made for me. Like, this is 118, $29. You get more in this than I think you will ever find in anything else. So it's awesome. Nothing to do with the figure, but Adonis Creed's a great name for Apollo's son.
It is. It does work. It does work. Rad, what's your thoughts?
Boss Fight's been killing it, man. I mean, and then obviously acquiring some Hasbro talent recently on the Joe side. I think it's great. What a deal, $30.
Yeah.
And Boss Fight's coming on strong. I mean, I know they've produced some really good stuff already. My prediction, the next 24 months, they're going to be a big player in this industry, more so than they have been. So keep your eye on Boss Fight.
I will tell you, don't expect that to be the last Joe team member or anybody from any of these rival companies, because I do think we're going to start seeing musical chairs at a lot of these companies as they start looking for digital and other situations. Dr. Brentley, what's your thoughts on this? Is it made or is it sleep with the bottom of the fishes?
Oh yeah, this is fantastic. This is a made figure, especially if you're looking to get into customization at all. This is a great price to just try it out. And, you can throw away $30 to see if it sucks and you don't like it, or, it's a great way to start your collection and move up from there.
All right. Well, like I said, heck, we're moving in tonight and everything. It's looking pretty good. Some ups and downs and everything. Guess what? No McFarlane. We roll in on Monday. They just announced that the Marvel Legends is doing a fan stream. And they're doing it close to Comic-Con. So there's certain things that might go. Anybody got any kind of predictions what you think is going to be dropped? And Stu just says like Mr. Potato Head, but not figures. There you go. True. What do you guys think the prediction is going to be? Rad, heard anything through the
yeah.
Okay, well, what do you heard?
Well, obviously it's going to be convention exclusive, so you're probably thinking like maybe a multi-pack of some type, or they go all out and they give us a bigger figure. I think Dan said that it's going to be green, something green. So it could be something like maybe just a repop of a Green Goblin, both maybe MCU, or it could be something as simple as that, or we finally get what Marvel Select was going to get us delivered, and then obviously they went out of business with, which is Annihilus, and they kind of teased a part of Annihilus. We might finally get him. Obviously Nova was in production with the series, and then that got paused, so that would be really cool as a convention exclusive. And then obviously probably a super long shot, but do we finally get a Fing Fang made to order? Who knows?
Not yet. Actually,
I don't know.
We've been talking about that forever.
But that's a low percentage. But if I would say probably the best odds is something like a Goblin type, maybe closer, maybe Annihilus, and then long shot Fing Fang. Those are my predictions. I could be way off, but it's more hopeful than actual prediction.
So Green Lantern's going with you. He's going with you. But also we've got actually just a Maximum Green Goblin. That'd be interesting right there too. That's pretty smart.
I will say this, and I'm just putting it out there. I know they said green. Annihilus doesn't make sense, and I'll tell you why. Because you have to remember that 2-3 streams ago they said this was like the year of Hulk, right?
They did.
Well,
Yep.
Fin Fang Foom has been a consistent enemy of the Hulk.
He has
And
been.
as early as like early back as like 2017, I believe it was, there was even like a comic about Fin Fang Foom and the Hulk. And they have been rivals and fighting a lot. And it only makes sense that if they do it, it's either it'll be a made to order, because I don't think that they would run it as a HasLab. However, I do think there is like a 30% chance it could also be a HasLab. And that depends on how big we're going, right? And the reason why too is because Marvel, they pay attention to the indie toy scene as well. They know like what Mythic Legions did with the dragon, everyone wants them, right? And Fin Fang Foom, they haven't really reproduced him since the whole Toy Biz era. So I think with it being the year of Hulk, and then everything we've seen from Hulk coming out, I look, if it's Nihilus, awesome. I love that. Nihilus is a fantastic character. I really wanted that Marvel Select one, so maybe awesome. But I just think Fin Fang Foom lines up, and of course, out of everyone here, I am delusional, and that's just my hope. So I will not accept any other answers.
Well, I'm more delusional because what I'm going to put out there is they're going to make a 1/12 scale helicarrier.
Oh Jesus! Yeah,
for Marvel,
that would never break everybody's bank right there.
I mean, that would set the bar. Like that would be
industry
changing. They don't got the guts to do that. They ain't got
well, do you think that they would go into the Agents of Smash?
No, I don't think it'd be specifically from that show, but I do know they did say that they had a campaign, and we've seen like Smart Hulk, and so I do know they're going to continue to that. But look, I still think if you're going to do that many versions of the Hulk, you're absolutely right. I think you've got to do Fin Fang Foom just like it was in the Build-A-Figure pack, because they did say Doc Samson was going to come. We know we're going to get a different She-Hulk. We know we're going to get a couple of we saw Abomination months ago. So that's seeming very close to that Build-A-Figure pack. And, come on, if you look, a lot of people missed out on the Build-A-Figure. It is extremely tough to get, especially sealed. We were seeing crazy prices for sealed
$1,600.
stuff. Yeah, but if they gave you another thing and they made it made to order, I do think that you would get people. Now, here's the thing. Let's just round table it right quick. If they did make Fin Fang Foom made to order, what would be the price, Mr. Maddox?
If they were doing it at scale of what they've already done, it would be up there. It would be probably at $250. Okay. Because if they did made to order, right?
Yeah.
They would do it. There's no way they wouldn't do Fin Fang Foom without the purple shorts this time. It's not a thing. Though they would do multiple heads probably. I think that they would do 2 different wing expansions. You'd have the resting wings, and then I think they would do like in-flight wings. And then he would come with some stuff that's just a tribute to probably the Agents of Smash, and then also some kind of throwback to some battles between him and Hulk and some other things like that. So I think it'd be around the 250 mark.
Okay, all right. Dr. Brentley, what do you think the pricing would be on Fin Fang Foom? They're going to do it made to order.
$299.99.
That does sound like that would be something they would do. Rad, what's your thoughts on the pricing?
Yeah, it'd have to be 3. I mean, in order, like in this economy, if you want a thing that's the size that you want a Fang, it's got to be 300 plus.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not interested. I don't want my condensed I don't want the Fin Fang Foom size that was originally
the Build-A-Figure,
the Toy Biz one. We want a larger one.
Yeah,
and we'll pay.
Yeah, he's got to be bigger than Hulk for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, $5 one figure. Nah, it's not going to be that, Mr. John. It's $1 Bob. Yeah, nah, they're going to hit us with some stuff and everything. I can tell you that and everything else like that. All right, so from there, like I said, so check out Monday. We'll see if we're going to do any kind of live stream. It seems like everybody in the world has adapted to start doing the fan stream live reactions. So it's starting to be a crowded space. So we'll see what's going on. Stick to the minute. right now we've got some, plastic news on SKN.
In a developing story from the world of
Absolutely. Plastic news on SKN. Got a big announcement too. And Chet, you might as well run it down. There's a change being made in an acquisition, and it's actually kind of interesting. And it's not something by the big two. Why don't you break that down for us, sir?
Yeah, so those of you that have been following us for a while, we've partnered with Plastic News, and they've been a great source of news for us. And they actually have a lot of people behind the scenes creating the articles, scouring the internet for everything. I've written articles for them. Alexander Storm has written articles for them. Dr. Brentley, Ratty Faces has done it. We've had a lot of great communications. And for those of you who know, we have a parent company called Vault 9. And so as of this week, Vault 9 has acquired plasticnews.com. So it is now part of the SKN universe, the Shadow Knows Network, and more importantly, the news source for the Syndicate Discord. And so we're excited about it. We thank everyone over at Vault 9, our parent company, for the acquisition. There's still some stuff going in place, and hopefully we'll have more information coming soon on that. But now when we say powered by Plastic News, it's powered by, well,
it's powered by us.
It's us at this point.
And
I'm excited about it, though. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and unfortunately, we did have to make some sacrifices in order for us to acquire.
Here comes.
You're probably asking the reason why Chet was doing the stuff for Mega, and that is Steve is no longer with SKN, at least temporarily. I think we needed to come up with some funds, and although we don't pay him, we do pay gas, mileage, and food, and some merchandise stuff. So, Steve, hey man, thanks, man, and I'm super excited about Plastic News. What a great acquisition, honestly.
This is what happens when conglomerates take over, brother. This is the same thing. We've seen it happen at Hasbro. You've seen it happen all over the place and everything. Yeah, Steve was real. What do you think he do, John?
It's not that he was. He didn't. Steve is literally still real. So he just said, hey, you should probably take some time off because we're not paying you, because I guess Vault 9's deciding to buy Plastic News. So if you go to your current sites, wherever you go, I know there's Toy Arc, there's you have a ton of different options. We just ask that you just start kind of making Plastic News one of those spots. And if you're on Toy Hunter, it's the news feed in Toy Hunter. So
these kind of things happen, and it just goes right down. And like I said again, man, I truly believe that. Look, I was an opponent of Steve. I think he was always served his purpose. He's been with us a very long time. I'm just gonna put this out. And I don't like doing this, but I'm a shot call. But I think it was, let's be honest, it's fucking rad. They got rid of the dude, man, and I'm just not good with that, Rad. I'm sorry, it doesn't sit well. The kid always tries.
Look, man,
he got rid of him.
Sometimes you got to think business wise, and I was tired of shelling out the Taco Bell gift cards every freaking Friday night to get him to put the live up. And that's what AI is for. And we acquired an amazing company. Steve, if you're listening, maybe in a couple of weeks we'll reevaluate and find you a home. But I'm excited about Plastic News.
That's where Steve went.
Wait, what the hell?
According to Commander Blythe, Steve now works at Sarlacc.
Well, hey, Steve.
No poaching, Mooch. No poaching.
Hey, Mooch, just be careful. He likes Taco Bell on Friday before shows on Wednesday. He likes Chick-fil-A. It gets very expensive very quick. Okay, he's got an attitude too.
Monday through Friday, he likes to work from 10 a.m. to 10:15 a.m.
Yeah.
So,
but when you guys start seeing it again, like I said, myself and Chet wrote articles over there every now and then and everything, and now I guess we're writing checks. So,
well, we had to get rid of 1/5 of the company, so it's obviously not going to be one of us.
Yeah, no. That's the difference. That's the beautiful part about it. Although, like a couple of weeks ago, they almost got rid of me. So don't start talking crap about Vault 9, brother.
Let's get down to brass tacks. It had nothing to do with the cost. Stu John Jedi knows the real reason why he was let go his car smells like farts, and that was
There
it.
you go.
And it was
Wow.
clear. That was
Lord
it.
have
That's
mercy.
exactly what it is.
Yeah. And as soon as it's not personal, it's just strictly business. Sir, we try to make it like that sometimes. Unfortunately, it just happens. Now, if you see anything up on the Instagram or something and some other direct quote from him, just take it with a grain of salt. He's a little bit disgruntled at this moment. So just put that down. So all right, man, let's roll it through. Let's hit it up on the night and everything else like
Oh
that.
my God.
Smell like toys. Oh, yes, you do. Everything.
There's-
First time official collaboration, Dr. Squatch, which we know we love this company. Mr. Maddox has tried. He smelled like a giant ape and also an actual giant lizard. We've got him smell like a predator and an alien. So he's there. He won't smell like Homelander. That was one level too far that he was going to get. But maybe
also I couldn't find that one. So
maybe this time he's got a friend in soap with our buddies over there with their special Toy Story 5 actual soap ahead of the highly anticipated Toy Story 5 premiere on June 19th. The personal care brands will introduce 3 bars of soap. That's Howdy Hero, that's Cowgirl Courage, and Cosmic Captain, inspired by the beloved big head toy cowboy Woody, his sister Jessie, and the astronaut Buzz Lightyear, respectively. The special edition collections will include 2 deodorants and with charcoal and arrowroot, the Toy Story trio pack of Woody, Buzz Lightyear 3-pack. Prices range from $8 for an individual bar of soap to $48 for the full set. So that's nuts. But here's the thing. Let's get a little bit of a better look at this kind of stuff right there. Now there's with the Howdy Heroes deodorant too. So you get some deodorant right there. Now look, I have heard that every now and then they're going to start passing this stuff out at Comic Cons. As Dr. Scrotch has been hearing some bad things down there. He needs bars of soap and deodorant down there. But do we have any takers out there to try to get some Cosmic Captain? Anybody gonna take the challenge this time and scrub up with Dr. Scrotch?
I mean, I want to start my day smelling like Cowgirl Courage. So, yeehaw! I'm all in.
He said, "Yeah, I bet the real cowboys smell like shit." Yeah, he's got a part about that. Smells like failure. Okay, yep. It's like there you go. It's like maybe that's what I'm smelling. It's like failure. Shira bathwater. You know what? I would not be surprised if they did that. Actually, give us some time.
I mean, they had a perfect opportunity to, instead of Howdy Hero, they could have called this Morning Woody, and I don't know why they didn't do it.
Done that.
I don't know why they did.
That'd be Dr. Viagra.
That's because they didn't want to make money, Rad.
Yeah, they're called Red Pill Viagra. That's what that was called, bro. Yeah, that's the Matrix. Do you want to take the blue pill or the red pill?
What does Cosmic Captain smell like?
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to get that. He said the red hat makes me think of my mom when she was little in the 1950s, and it's the best I can say about this. There you go. So, all right. Well, we'll check back in, but guess what? They are really kind of going down this lane of fandom and certain things, and they give them credit on it. They have made a niche, and they made a hell of a lot of money when they got sold. So that's the difference on it. But hey, we're not done. Oh no, we can't be done. Again, you got a chance. You got to drink them all right here.
Nice.
I'll let you take this, Mr. Maddox. You go right ahead.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You got to drink them all. So why not? And Pepsi said, hold our beer, drink our Pepsi. Pepsi is set to roll out a wide variety of new soda bottles featuring some of the most famous Pokemon characters ever featured in the series. CC Lemon soda featuring the images of Pikachu, and Rikachu.
Yep.
Pepsi's Big Zero, a Japanese exclusive, 0 sugar, 0 calorie. It's their iteration of Pepsi featuring images of Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. Pepsi's Big Zero Lemon, Pepsi Big Zero with a lemon flavor profile, featuring an image of Squirtle, Wordle, and Blastoise. Pokemon just sounds like a bunch of high dudes got together and just made shit up, and then they decided to call them I don't. And then most of the time, like the Pokemon are just the real animals, names backwards. It's like I can't. This is I don't. Who drink for number one? Who drinks Pepsi? And then number two, like lemon Pepsi. I don't know. I wonder if the Pokemon Bros are going to be fighting in aisles over these Pepsi bottles too.
Well, here's the thing. It won't be. Actually, I doubt that because this is only in Japan, so they have a way of etiquette in stores. So
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I think that it'll be.
I wonder if
kind.
there'll be I wonder if there'll be scalper fights in the morning when these Pepsi bottles are released. What do you
Yeah,
think?
probably.
Probably.
We will definitely have to see zero taste.
Zero
And
taste,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what it's going to be. Zero carbs. I watched the first cartoon, Detective Pikachu. That's it. Yeah, a lot of people are in, but yeah, they put the card art on it. And again, the one thing again, this collaboration is only in Japan at the moment. I am sure though Pepsi in America is probably going to look and see how well that does.
Well,
And
there's
if it does do well,
yeah.
it's going to jump over here.
Yeah, one thing that's crazy. If you want to talk about grooming at its finest, remember the Pokemon cartoon solely came out to teach kids how to play the game. It was never intended to be a cartoon. They were just like, how can we get kids to fall in love with it? And so if you go back and watch it, you're like, oh, holy crap, this is literally just making my kids want to play the game. So
absolutely, but smart though, because that's what classic cartoons did. So there's
yeah,
a difference.
Yeah.
and they were great at it.
And the good thing is, like, these are also zero carbs, zero sugar, collectible item. And if you're looking to get rid of graffiti off a brick wall, just sprinkle some of this stuff off of it as well, and it come right off. So it's four things that it can help you with. Yeah. By the way, zero carbs, zero sugar, zero taste. Is it just water? I mean, at that point, like, what are we selling here in Japan? Come on,
it's caramel colored. So there's that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's interesting. But guess what? Oh, we're not done because again, now here's the thing. We've seen everything. This is more or less for the younger guys, but this is for the older guys in the room right now. Like I said, this is not for kids. We want to put that absolutely out. I understand some people allow their kids to do this. I would hope you wouldn't. This is for adults and everything. Right here, right. I think you made that wrong. It's rocket fuel alcohol. Marking the 35th anniversary of the beloved Rocketeer film, which is a great film. IDW Publishing has announced a partnership with the official seller to release Rocketeer American Whiskey, available exclusively direct to consumers at the official seller. This limited edition bourbon includes two offerings: high rye and wheated in a 750 milliliter bottle at 43 ABV, 86 proof. Woo, oh yeah, it's rocket fuel. The limited release of the Rocketeer American Whiskey wheated bourbon priced at $65, while signed bottles autographed by Billy Campbell, who was the actor that played Cliff in the 1991 film, is available for $125, and the high rye bourbon is offered at $55 with signed editions priced at $115. Right here, we will see right here on the bottles. Look, I dig the bottle. Was in the middle of, because again, I'm a big Rocketeer fan. I have the original bus stop sign or bus stop poster from that movie in those days. I think it's one of Disney's best. I need to rewatch it and finish it this time. It's a great movie, Justin, if you haven't seen it. I'm on the fence about buying this, brother. I'm on the fence about it. There you go. That's why I said don't do that, man. Don't get us in trouble. And is it? Yeah. I'll stick it to my Tully. Yeah.
Why does it seem like a really reasonably priced with the signature for only $115?
That's a really good deal, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he been doing? I guess. I mean, probably nothing, but still, like, it's cool.
Catching those wings residuals.
He's been waiting for this.
And then, but hey, it's still cool. Also, was he also the voice of Superman the animated? Or no, that's Tim Story. Or no, Tim Daly.
Tim Daly.
So yeah, but yeah, man,
cool.
I give credit for this one, man. Anybody else? I'm on the fence about purchasing it, but I don't really need the Billy Campbell sign. But it'd just be cool to have this because I'm a big Rocketeer fan. Anybody else on the fence about purchasing this one?
I love the Rocketeer as much as you do.
Yeah.
I'm very torn because it's almost worth it just for the bottle
Yeah.
and just stick it up on a shelf and have it. If it's actually good whiskey, then I'll be in real trouble.
Yeah.
Because I can buy the 1.75 liter bottle for this price.
Now, remind you, you can buy. There's just unsigned. There's just standard bottle at 55.
Oh, I'm not getting it signed. If I want it signed, I'll just write
no.
Billy Campbell myself.
Yeah, exactly. Or you get drunk enough, you can just actually write it. You won't know. You'll wake up the next morning. Billy Campbell came by, signed my bottle. Mr. Maddox, you on the fence about this one, or this is a no go for you, bro?
I mean, all I drink is bourbons and whiskeys. So this is the cost of the bottle is not that bad. So
yeah,
I would be curious the wheated bourbon one sounds good. But if the only issue is if I buy one, is it the rye or the bourbon?
I know the difference.
It's probably not real bourbon. Probably wasn't made where bourbon's made. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. It's for sure like I'm more on the fence of buying it than not. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. All right, and Rad and everything. We know at late night and everything, you sit in your office with the lights off and everything. Pour yourself a bottle of bourbon. So with the Rocketeer fuel your nightly dreams.
A bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I'm gonna hop in the shower. I'm gonna hop in the shower, lather myself up with some Cowgirl Courage, and then pour myself a bottle of Rocketeer American whiskey, and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
The whole bottle, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Whole
Dad's
bottle,
hat,
baby.
good white whiskey. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got one right there. Dad's hat. Actually, we know that recommended the brown, not the white. Got it. Okay, thank you, sir. So like I said again, an interesting night, but like I said again, now Plastic News is now when you guys see that, you're gonna see probably a little SKN symbol on the Plastic News site and everything. I don't believe in whiskey. Well, like I said, obviously you're a man of little problems.
Whiskey believes in you, though.
Yeah, exactly. Let's run this down. Everything else with that. We had Mega J on. We thank him for being on, and we know. Thank you guys. We know we're a little over, so let's just burn through this last part. We'll take down the whiskey because we don't need a bottle of whiskey anymore. The movement has begun. No gatekeeping, no algorithm, just fandom. Join the syndicate. Bring your hot takes only on Discord. The syndicate is the network of Starlight Digest podcasts, Blitz Transmissions, and SKN, the Shadow Knows Network, and now Plastic News. That's right. So, make sure you guys are going over there all your time. We love all the people that's popped in. It's growing constantly, and let's get in. Also, if there's something on the channel that you want, or on the Discord that you want actually added, make sure you hit those little buttons in there and talk to a mod and see if they can add something. If your passion's not in there, we want to get it in there for you. And if you're watching from a screen at home on the big screen, you got your phone right by it. Take a picture of that actual QR code, and I'll send you directly to the channel, or you can just go and check on Discord. The Syndicate. And it is growing. The syndicate is everywhere. That's right. The syndicate is everywhere. So we got the upcoming events where you can find this, and some might not be able to. Ranger Stop, we will not be there, but we do know our buddy Brett Barton and a bunch of other people will be there. It is one of the largest Power Ranger conventions, and I do mean he did a great job of guest, because whatever era Power Rangers that you might have started in your journey, you can actually get them from the beginning to the end, to some of the new beginnings. They also have a bunch. I know that I believe it's Boom Studios is doing the newer Power Ranger books, so they'll have artists there as well too. So go down if you want that. That's this weekend, 15th through the 17th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Omni Atlanta Hotel. And if you were at Toy Atlanta and you have your badge, you can get in just using your Toy Atlanta badge. So that's really cool that they did that. Next week, because we're down to the final push, and you will see most of our smiling faces here and everything. Not Steve's, because he's gone now. So sorry to tell you guys. But for the rest of us who will be there, and also Scully and Meeks. So we're going to have a lot of the crew there at MOTUNIVERSE. You just saw Mega J. He's going to be there. They've got a lot of great booths. You heard Spiro Toys is showing up. Meta Travelers. You got Hatter Toys. So if you didn't get your flip board, you got a chance to actually go and probably see if you can get another one. There's some Attorney of Dreams. Amazon itself will have booths set up there. So many great vendors there. Our first and original from the beginning sponsors Toy versus Game. They got a huge booth there. Tony is a very nice guy, and he does take trades. So that might be actually the kind of thing you want to go over and see. You see that little logo right there? That's the Toy Hunter logo. That means it's a Toy Hunter convention. And you definitely want to go and download that to get the best convention experience with Toy Hunter, the app, and Motu Universe, 23rd to the 24th in Torrance, California, the Torrance Marriott. Looking forward to that. And then you've got the weekend after that. And actually, I guess that weekend is two competing ones, IchCon, and then this. Wow, man, this is heck of a May right here. But you've got DFW, G.I. Joe and Action Force Convention. Our buddy It's Chad's going to be there doing the swap meet on Saturday. The rules is bring one tote, and you can actually swap. So, like, go and say hi to them and just say, hey, man, your buddy's over at SKN. But you can catch them tomorrow, but we're getting that a little later. So a lot of great conventions going on. And, like, man, like I said, you've got your May set, whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, in the middle of the United States. You got a convention to go to, man. From there, Toy Hunter, we're going to remind you, I don't collect, I hunt. Make sure you're downloading that. It is the Collector Lifestyle app. If you haven't downloaded it, you want to do that. Don't be like everyone else. Don't be out of in the cool kids club and don't have your Toy Hunter downloaded on you. You will not regret it. It is an app you didn't think you needed, but you will use it every day after you download it. Toy Hunter, go over to the Google Play Store or to the Apple Store, and you can get that on, or go over to toyhunter.com, take off the E, just the T and the R, and head over there and actually download it because it's waiting for you. Your venture begins at Toy Hunter. From there, Saturday, Blitz Transmission, hottest show on the syndicate right now. The After Action Figure Report with Tommy, who's usually dressed in, he makes it look absolutely fantastic, does he not? He takes it up to another level right here, man. I just saw a comment right here. It says, does Toy Hunter have Japanese toys as well? It is constantly updating, and yes, it does. It has some imports in it, and there are constantly, if there's a toy line that you want in, make sure you download that. And there's what's the queue that they need to do?
Yeah, so if you download Toy Hunter and then you go into your profile section, underneath the profile section, there is a app suggestion feature. So you click on that and then you just fill out that form and then it shoots right over to me and I work on getting it installed. But yeah, we got people updating the Toy Hub database all the time. And then if it's on eBay, you can search it and find it. But yeah, it's got we're working on all that. So if it's not there, submit the request and it'll be there within less than a week.
There you go. And then Commander Bly said, Steve, if you're watching, hit me up on LinkedIn. We may have a spot for your Blitz Transmission every day. See how these guys do, man. We just tell he's barely on the street for 5 minutes, man. You can't even let him just wallow. We're supposed to technically we let him go today early, so he could start looking for a job on Friday. Because most time they would have waited till 5 p.m. We actually did it early. So come on, give the man a weekend. Jesus, it's hard to leave this team. But make sure you check it out, Tommy. And once you're actually done with that, because it's pre-recorded, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you're into the Energon comics, make sure you guys are going over to the Energon War Room tomorrow. Hey, Justin, like I said, make sure you headed over there. It's Chad, myself, and Mr. Maddox. We are breaking down the mini-series of Duke. First one started, Void Rival, how to actually start reading the Energon universe. Episode 2 was all about the Cobra Commander mini-series, and this one is about Duke. So we're starting off at the beginning. It's more like a comic book club, that is the live stream on. So we recommend people going to the comic book store itself and picking up the books. Some of these are in the trade paperback editions, so they should be a little better. But if you don't have a comic book store, it's all right. You can do it digitally or whatever angle and actually pick up the books that you need to do. But tomorrow we're talking all about Duke and everything. Again, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on It's Chat YouTube channel and right here on SKN. And then we got on Monday, we start this circus all over again. And it's going to kick off that week to Motu Universe, but it's starting it off with a little bit of Star Wars from the Sarlacc toy chest. With all 3 members of the syndicate are represented on that show on the Sarlacc Digest podcast channel. And that's Scott Solo, Darth Moocher from the Sarlacc Digest, Tommy from Blitz Transition, myself from SKN, That's right. Mondays at 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Your week is set. We will be actually doing some live remotes next week from actual Motu Universe as well. We got some pretty cool things rolling. Wednesday, I can tell you we got the Gumming Up Makers that will be on our show. So Toy Box Chronicles already has, we support independent toy makers. We've got independent toy makers for you guys. And we can't tell you what's going to go on Friday, but it's going to be interesting. Good Morning Toy Box and PPI, because again, you guys do understand we'll be at Motu Universe. There's going to be some a little bit different things going on, but it's going to be cool, man. I'm looking forward to next week, guys. Busy week, and we better rest up this weekend because it is going to be buckle your seatbelts up next week, right, guys?
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
Absolutely. Right. Well, Rad, I turn it back over to you, brother.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we appreciate, as always, you all hanging out in the chat each and every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, right here on SKN. So thanks for your participation, chiming in, and replay crew. Don't forget to drop a comment. We're able to do this because you all hang out with us, and we appreciate it. So thank you so much. Spread the word. Much love, and we will see you next week. Have a good weekend, and have a good rest of your Friday night. Adios.